Hey guys, this is Miss Nelson. So let's try these notes again. Hopefully this time it's going to work. So tonight you guys, or this weekend, you guys are doing notes over using models to represent ratios. So it tells you that a ratio is a multiplicative comparison of two quantities describing the same attribute or thing. So basically all that means is that you are going to be comparing two items. So dogs to cats. In this example, number one, we are comparing hammers to nails. So let's go ahead and look at number one. And you see it says, use the model to help create a ratio of hammers to nails. So we know that I want hammers over nails. And when I do that, there are several ways you can do that. One way is to count the whole as one and simplify. So I have 3 hammers on top. And I have, if I count all of these at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 3/12. I know I have to simplify, so I'm going to divide both by 3, and I get a simplified answer of 1/4. Okay, the second way you can do it is like this pictorial to the right. You can divide them into equal groups. So I take each one of my hammers and I figure out how many of my 12 nails goes with each hammer. So I would do 12 divided by 3, and that would give me my 4. So 4 nails go with each hammer. So there, if I look at the picture, there's 1 hammer to every 4 nails. So again, this ratio of 1/4. Okay, so now let's look at example 2. Okay, example 2 says, several students named their favorite way to exercise. Write the ratio that compares the number who chose running to the number of students. So I know that I want running to total number. So running is 8. Total number, I'm going to have to add all these 3 up. And when I add them up, I get a total of 24. So 8/24, I know that 8 goes into each one of those. And that gives me a simplified ratio of 1/3. So the second part says, turn this into a decimal and a percent. So we know that I do, inside number goes on top, so 1 divided by my 3. We know it's going to be a decimal, so I'm going to go ahead and add it in a 0. 3 goes into 10 3 times, which is 9. I have 1 left over. If I keep adding a 0, you should see that this is a repeating decimal. So it is 0.3 repeating. It's a 0 right there. So as a percent, I know to turn any decimal into a percent, I move the decimal twice. So that's going to give me 33. And because it's 0.3 repeating, that's one of those benchmark fractions we've been talking about. It's 1/3 percent. So my decimal is 0.3 repeating. And my answer as a percent is 33 1/3, or I will also accept 33 1/3 percent. Okay, so now let's scroll down to number 3. Okay, so number 3 says, find the ratio of shaded to unshaded parts of the grid. Write this ratio as a percent as well. So you have to pay very close specifics. This is shaded to unshaded. It could have given you 2 other pieces, such as shaded to total or anything along those lines. So we need to make sure that you're careful when you're doing this and paying attention. So let's count our shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to switch colors. Let's count our unshaded. We know that that's 10. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total. So 10/14, I know that 2 can go into both of those. That gives me 5/7. 5 and 7 don't have anything in common, so I'm going to leave it as that. Now it says write this ratio as a percent as well. So I'm going to divide, because I can't get 7 to turn into 100 by multiplying easily. So I'm going to divide. So 5 inside the house, 7 out. 7 goes into 50. It's going to go 7 times, 49. 1 left over, add another 0. Goes into 10 once. 3 left over, add a 0, bring it down, goes into 30 about 4 times. And at this point, it's long enough to know how far we're going to go. So I moved my decimal twice, and my percent is about 71.4%. Okay, So, I hope this video was much better than the last one since we couldn't see it, and I will see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.